Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another episode of Formula One Manager 23. Today we are in Austria. Austria does have a sprint race, if I am not mistaken. So this video may be just a tad bit longer than the rest. However, we have gone on a 3-race win streak with Pierre Gasly and Sophie not coming in last. So we'll take that. Not coming in last. Still working to get her into Q2. Still working to get her in the top 10. Both of which I'll be happy for when it happens. But until then, for now, we're in Austria and we are going to get into qualifying. Here in Q1, setting up for the sprint race, Gasly setting the time to beat, which is a 107.5 here in the wet weather. Damp track with flow being slightly, and I mean very slightly, over a second behind him. It does show dry weather at the end, so hopefully there's a dry track, but we'll see what happens. Here comes Pierre Gasly to get out of elimination as the track is dry and everybody went out on softs. Pierre Gasly moving up to P7. Flo looks like she moved up to P16. Think Stroll is going to cross the line first. Stroll is going to go P10. And Versure went somewhere, so she's going to go P18 in front of Norris and Ricciardo. With Pierre Gasly being the second person across the line, he will set the fastest time with a 104.5. Someone is going a little bit faster behind him, but everybody's coming across the line here, as it is the only chance we'll probably have on the dry track. As we watch the times come through, Ocon and Zhou both going faster. Russell and Bottas going faster. Sainz going faster. And now I'm starting to worry here, as we have fallen all the way down to P8. P9. Just 2 more people need to go faster for us to get knocked out, and it's going to be raining. Here comes Pierre Gasly in Q3 to set his first time on the softs while the weather is still dry. The track is still dry. Setting a 104.4. But as he comes around to finish out his second lap, he's sitting P5. He's going to go P2 behind Zhou Guanyu.
Here in Austria, we're all ready to go for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
With Gasly on pole and Flourish in P18. No Red Bulls in the top 10. First Red Bull we see is in P13. Gasly falling down to P3 with Ocon shooting for P2 right now. We don't going down into turn 3. She will. And
You okay? Now we've got an incident here, and Mick Schumacher is apparently involved.
Mick Schumacher was apparently involved.
See what happened.
Mick Schumacher did not want to get passed around the outside here, so he does a little touchy touch and he drives off, putting Sophie out in the gravel as she is stuck back in P20 now. Ocon looking for P1 as he will get it on Gasly at a good time, because Gasly does not have the DRS to get back in front of him. But we are pushing on that ERS in hopes that we can get back in front of him down here at the end to start this race in P1 and not in P2. Zhou lost out on 2 spots. So we come around the last corner here. Looks like Ocon will get the win here as the sprint race ends. Let her finish the race, get the experience, and P20. So she will lose out on 2 spots, but
The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Pierre Gasly starting in P2, Sophie starting in P20 as we are going down to the first corner. There's a yellow flag already. Sophia Flores has been told multiple cars are crashed and asked if she is alright. She says she is not injured, so I'm going to assume the worst here as we watch Daniel Ricciardo and Sophie come to Oh my
And the
word.
impact on the car, it's quite clear. The teams will note.
I didn't see any damage on that front wing. It doesn't look like there's any damage. So, looks like everything's A-okay. And we're going to hope that it stays A-okay. Pierre Gasly falling all the way down. Of course I got a penalty. Of course. Oh, wrong one. Of course. Sophie got a penalty for that one. But not Mick Schumacher when he threw her off into the gravel. But, yeah, it's cool. So, whatever. Not like everybody in front of them stopped. And, no, then. Anyway. Pierre Gasly falling down 2 spots all the way down to P4. He's trying to get back in front of George Russell. Can he do it around here? So he's looking up the outside. Now he would have had the inside if he kept that side by side there. But Gasly and Sophie both starting on the hard tire. Hoping that that hard tire can last them both all the way until they get to the rain. That is what I'm hoping. Pierre Gasly looking up the inside on George Russell, and he will get it. Still on the side-by-side fight here. Zhou Guanyu, Pierre Gasly the inside, but not much doing for him there. Zhou is going to end up in first in front of Ocon. Pierre Gasly's still going to be in P3. That's okay. ERS and DRS through the first 2 DRS zones on the outside of Zhou Guanyu. Can he get in front of Zhou Guanyu? He can. Now to try to get in front of Ocon. And would you look at that? He can do it. And a safety car is out. It's not my guys. It's not my guys. Oh. Oh, it turned into a red flag as I was about to look at strategies. Bottas and Leclerc both out of this race. All cars are going to the pit lane. And I can't wait to see what happened. So here we're looking at Bottas with Charles Leclerc up ahead of him. He just dives up the inside without stopping. I hope that wasn't Bottas saying that, because Bottas, you, my friend.
And you can just feel.
That was wild. That was wild.
We're set once more. And soon we'll continue this race. It's lights out, and away we go.
All right, we have Pierre Gasly up in first place. We have Sophie up in P16. Because it was a red flag, she wasn't able to serve her penalty, which is unfortunate. But we got a lot of gas back, so we're going to, what's it called? Push. We're going to push on the gas. Sophie looking up the outside here on Mick Schumacher. Sorry if I got really loud. I was looking. Oh, you gotta be joking me again with Mick Schumacher.
Now is that the Williams involved?
Around the outside on the same exact
Now
turn.
there's an inviting opportunity there, and you can see how the cars come together, and that won't do their confidence any good.
Again, looking up the inside on Mick Schumacher around the same turn that they've hit each other twice on. And this time, Sophie will make it in front of Mick Schumacher. I wonder how far up the board she would have been if Mick Schumacher never hit her the first time. And for the 4th time in a row, Pierre Gasly will come across the line here in Austria to win the Austrian Grand Prix here in 2026.
And it's Gasly, first over the line, and today's winner.
And as we wait on all of the others, Sophie coming around the last turn. She's going to cross the line P14, but with a 5-second penalty. I have a fill-in that's going to put her back down into P16, which is very unfortunate. I was kind of hoping she could get far enough ahead to beat out Mick Schumacher, who in my opinion, did her dirty in the first place.
What a masterclass drive from Pierre Gasly today.
Incredible. That was a really well-deserved win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. It's another career podium for Pierre Gasly, having battled really hard to earn that place.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
Well, there were mountains to overcome here in Austria, but those 3 managed to climb to the top.
And that, my friends, is the Austrian Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly winning yet another one, his 4th win in a row. Esteban Ocon getting in 2nd. Kevin Magnussen moving up into the podium. He will get P3, so he has continued his podium dominance. Zhou Guanyu in P4. Oscar Piastri P5. George Russell in P6. Carlos Sainz in P7. Sergio Perez will get his Red Bull up into the points, getting in P8. Yuki Tsunoda, P9, and Lance Stroll in P10. Then it's Max Verstappen outside of the points, Theo Pourchaire, Richard Verschoor, Alexander Albon, Mick Schumacher with the fastest lap, Sophia Flourish, she does finish in 16th, Daniel Ricciardo getting P17, and if I'm not mistaken, that's last place for Ricciardo out of the cars that were running. It was not. Lando Norris got last place out of the cars that was running because Charles Leclerc did not finish and neither did Valtteri Bottas. Moving on to the drivers, Pierre Gasly moves up a spot, taking the number 1 spot in the drivers' standings with 188 points, getting a total of 32 points for the weekend. Max Verstappen dropping down to P2 with getting 0 points this weekend, but sitting at 158. Kevin Magnussen getting P3, sitting at 120 points, getting 17 points this weekend. Anyway, that is your podium for the driver standings, if that's even a thing. I don't know. That's your top 3. Oscar Piastri in 4th. Zhou Guanyu moving up 2 spots to P5. George Russell in 6th. Esteban Ocon moving up a spot to P7. Sergio Perez moving down 3 spots for P8. Charles Leclerc P9. Carlos Sainz moving up a spot to get into the top 10. And that will round out your top 10. As we look at the bottom 10, Valtteri Bottas moving down a spot to P11. Daniel Ricciardo P12. Lando Norris P13. Theo Pourchaire P14. Lance Stroll P15. Alexander Albon P16. Richard Verschoor P17. Yuki Tsunoda moving up a spot today, moving into P18 with 2 points, getting his first points of the season. Like I said, he dominated at the end of the last season, getting up into the podium. So I'm really shocked to see the Williams not doing as well. But anyway, Mick Schumacher dropping down a spot to P19 with 1 singular point. He was the team's point leader, but now he's not, by a singular point. And then in last place with 0 points is Sophia Flourish. Sophie, we have to get you points by the end of the season. I don't want a single driver of mine going without points. Anyway, moving on to the constructors. Red Bull leading it with 238 points, getting a total of 4 points for the weekend. Alpine in P2 with 214 points, getting a total of 32 points for the weekend. Haas in P3 with 188 points, with a total of 32 points for the weekend. Ferrari in P4, McLaren P5, Alfa Romeo P6, Mercedes P7, AlphaTauri P8, Aston Martin P9, and Williams with 3 points. Can no longer say with 1 singular point. Williams getting a total of 3 points now, dead last in P10. And that, my friends, is the Austrian Grand Prix. Up next is Great Britain, Silverstone. One of the most hyped races, at least from my opinion, as I am still a I would still consider myself a new fan. I've only this would be my third season watching. Um, I believe this would be my third season watching. I started watching near the end of this season that Max Verstappen won his first. And math is not mathing in my head right now, so I don't know if that was 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago. Anyway, I think it was 2 seasons. I think I'm watching. This would be my second full season watching. I could be wrong. Anyway, I'll do the math and I'll let y'all know in the Great Britain Silverstone race in the next video. But anyway, Pierre Gasly taking the lead in the driver's standings is remarkable. Love it. Has still holding on to P3. Pierre Gasly getting his 4th win in a row. Sophie slightly improving. Need to figure out how to make her improve a little bit quicker, but improving nonetheless. I will take it. Max, however, I haven't seen Max on the podium in a minute. Is there a way to check? Let's see. Oh, there is a way to check. No Max. Max got it in Barcelona. Max got it in Monaco. Max got it in Imola. So let's see. 2nd in Monaco. 3rd in Spain. Nothing in Canada. Nothing in Spielberg. The Red Bull Ring, of all places to not get on the podium, is wild. If I'm not mistaken, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, my math was correct. Pierre Gasly getting 4 P1s. What's that called? Poles? 4 poles? I don't know. Anyway, 4 in a row. 4 wins in a row for Pierre Gasly. Absolutely astounding. We are now out of the top 10 first races. We're out of the first 10 races. We're going into the second 10 races. 13 races to go before the season ends. And we will be coming up to that midway mark soon. So time will tell if we can keep this up into the second half or if we just start to slow down like we've done in the past. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you can't wait for the next video, hit that subscribe button. I saw the subscribers going up. I think I'm at 241 now. But either way, I know it's like I say it every video, the subscribers going up. But in my opinion, I still feel like it's going up. Just because, yeah, it might not have gone up in the past couple of videos or whatever. But before I started this, it has gone up, and I'm very, very appreciative. I have seen likes coming up, very appreciative. I've seen comments coming up, very appreciative. Most of all, comments. Did I already say comments? Views, my bad, views. I've seen videos with views that I had never imagined that I would get, and I am very appreciative of that. Guys, thank you so much for the support, and honestly, there's nothing else I can say about it. It's just thank you, honestly. Anyway, I can't wait to see you in the next video, but until then, have fun doing whatever it is that you do in life, and I'll catch you next time.